Amtrak's Empire Builder is a long-distance passenger train connecting the Pacific Northwest with Chicago by way of the northernmost transcontinental rail line in the United States. Unlike most other long-distance Amtrak trains, the Empire Builder actually splits into two parts mid-run. The separation occurs in Spokane, Washington, located at the far eastern end of the Evergreen State. When traveling westbound from Chicago, the full-length Empire Builder, Train 7, makes an extended station stop in Spokane. The leading locomotive and last four cars are taken off, and the rest of the train proceeds westbound across eastern Washington, the Cascade Mountains, and into Seattle. Once the main train is out of the way, the remaining locomotive and four cars are coupled together, becoming the Portland, Oregon section of the train. Running as train number 27, this train proceeds southwest through Pasco and then along the Columbia River to reach Portland. The reverse of this procedure occurs for eastbound trains 8 and 28. Both trains arrive into Spokane. The locomotive from the Portland section is added to the front of the train and the four cars to the end, and the combined train proceeds east to Chicago. It is very unusual for the full-length Empire Builder to run as one combined train west of Spokane. However, it does happen on occasion. In June of 2023, BNSF Railway, the owner of most of the route used by the Empire Builder, conducted a major bridge replacement project along the Columbia River in Stevenson, Washington. The line through the gorge was closed for 2 full days while BNSF crews worked around the clock to install the new bridge and remove the old one. Rather than canceling the Empire Builder entirely, Amtrak opted to run the full train all the way through to Seattle on June 25th and 26th. Knowing this was a rather unusual opportunity, I made the decision to film Train 8 eastbound over the Cascades on one day, following number 7 back west the next morning. After fighting afternoon traffic, I started out in Sultan, Washington on June 25th. I didn't have long to wait until eastbound train number 8 appeared behind 2 new ALC 42 Charger locomotives. I next caught up to the train in Skykomish. Amtrak 304 wears the transitional Phase 6 paint scheme, while the 301 is in the special Day 1 livery. The train moved along slowly at a location known as Scenic. Just around the next bend was Cascade Tunnel. Cascade Tunnel is the longest tunnel in the United States at 7.8 miles in length. It was completed in 1929, replacing an earlier, shorter tunnel. Prior to that, trains had to climb right over the summit by way of a series of switchbacks. The retreating sun filled the sky with a colorful mix of red and orange hues as Train 8 rolled through Cashmere, Washington, passing the former Great Northern Depot in town. Wenatchee was just a few minutes away. With light quickly vanishing from the sky, I grabbed a quick dinner and called it a day. The next morning, I woke up early to head east of Wenatchee. I settled on a spot midway between Rock Island and Trinidad, way up on a hillside overlooking the railroad and the Columbia River. Even though it was late June, temperatures for the morning were in the mid-50s. Gusts of wind buffeted my cameras as I captured some scenes of the river valley. This region of Washington state is well known for its many apple orchards. Locomotives 316 and 302 were on the point of westbound train number 7 as it cruised along the Columbia River. Charger 316 was painted in the new Amtrak Phase 7 livery, which will be the new standard for the railroad going forward. The Phase 7 scheme of the 316 and the Phase 6 of Locomotive 302 worked well together, creating a seamless visual transition between the locomotives and train consist. Since these two paint schemes complement each other so well in this particular order, I have unofficially nicknamed this combination of Phase 6 and Phase 7 the perfect lash-up. The train drifted down grade on the other side of Cascade Tunnel as it neared the town of Skykomish. In downtown Seattle, the Empire Builder dropped off its passengers and proceeded to the yard to turn the train set for the eastbound return trip that afternoon. On the way to the coach yard Y track where the train would be turned, an additional Charger locomotive was picked up to be sent out to Chicago on that evening's train number 8. For the final scene of this video, I caught the full-length Empire Builder on a different occasion in Mukilteo, Washington. One of the two Amtrak locomotives had suffered a mechanical failure en route and was unable to provide electricity to the passenger cars. As a result, the train to Portland could not be split off because the other locomotive was supplying electricity to the entire train. BNSF provided an extra locomotive to help get the Empire Builder the rest of the way through the mountains of Montana, Idaho, and Washington. Well, that does it for this time. Thanks for joining me, and as always, a special thanks to all my supporters on Patreon. If you have any questions or comments you'd like to share with me, please post them in the comments section of this video. To receive notifications every time I post to YouTube, click on the subscribe button and select the Receive All Notifications option from the pull-down menu. You can find even more train and railroad-themed content on my other social media pages. Finally, remember to stop by every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time for a brand new railroading adventure right here on the Coaster Fan 2105 YouTube channel. That's it for now. Until next time, I'm Mike Armstrong. I'll see you down the line. Thanks for watching.